So yeah, recording starting and yeah. Okay, so you will get the recording and you'll share it with everyone. Okay, so let's introduce ourselves. एक दूसरे को explain करते हैं because I mean we have been talking for quite a while, but somewhere I mean I know Vikram very well because we both live in the same city, but Bhargav and Dinesh, I know your name is not Dinesh, but we'll call you Dinesh now. So you both are a little bit far away. So Dinesh, let's start with you.
I'm Dhruv Krishna. I'm from Chennai, Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
So yeah, and in the past few months that I have been having holidays after the NEET exam, I've learned table tennis as a hobby,
That's really nice.
and chess also I was playing with my friends. So these are the
Great.
things I've been doing. And watching movies on Netflix, nothing else.
Yeah. Fine, fine, fine.
And
Okay.
also
Yeah.
driving, an essential skill,
Okay.
right?
Car.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice of a skill. Bhargav, what about you? Who are you?
Hello everybody, I'm Bhargav from Shumaga, Karnataka. And about me, I literally did nothing after JE Advanced except coding.
Okay.
By the way, I have watched Kota Factory for the first time on
Mhm.
29th August.
People forget their anniversary dates. You are remembering the date on which you watched Kota Factory. Good dedication. Like, Vikram forgets birthday of everyone. He's wishing him every day. Okay.
Yeah.
So nice. Any new hobby that you learned in this time?
Mm, yeah, sleeping.
Good. Good. Okay. Vikram, what did you do after JE Advance? Cried?
Yeah, I've learned. So I revised my previous hobbies. I would say that because my previous hobbies were chess and guitar, so I went back to that. I haven't done that for like 2 years,
You
and
know how to
also
play guitar.
yeah,
You never told that to me.
I've never told a lot of stuff to you.
Okay, so you like playing guitar. How many chords do you know in guitar?
So I know tons of chords, like 20 something.
You know majors, minors, and sharps as well.
Yeah,
Really nice. You're quite a musician then.
yeah. I'm
He's a
just
guy.
revising all that.
This guy is like, you can imagine him like a musician. If he stops, speaking like this with a cranky voice, he's a really good. He can make a really good stage performer because, I mean, Vikram is confident. Vikram has got the looks for a attractive personality and like stage charm type of thing. Golden hairs. So yeah, he can make a really. I can imagine him playing guitar. Actually he never told me. So very good. You could have told me. You would have played it with me someday. Okay, so now my turn.
Yeah.
I did nothing apart from traveling because I like traveling. Actually, of the other hobbies that I have, like singing here and there, talking with people, I did not leave them in my J preparation. So nothing new there. One thing that I could not do is I did not travel anywhere for past 2 years. I did not step out of Lucknow, or I mean anywhere. So that is something that was missing in my life, and I traveled as much as I could by train, by car, by road, by walking, by e-rickshaw, metro, everything. Every city here that I can go, I visited that. I tried to go to IIT Kanpur, but the guard stopped me, so nothing can be done about that. Uh, so that was mine, and after that, I was a little bit tensed, which college to choose, what not to choose, choices, confusion. So that's been my part since. Actually, I did think I'll watch movies, I'll watch this, that. That's all in pipeline. I will do that eventually, but Right now, I'm been playing one game, Conflict of Nations, and I am currently winning that game. It appears. Yeah.
If you do get into IIT Kanpur, greet that guard.
What?
If you do get into IIT Kanpur, greet that guard that stopped you.
Yes, of course.
By the way,
So,
good luck for your JEE advanced results tomorrow, all of
well,
you.
we have J Advanced Result tomorrow, and we are celebrating it with a very sad mood, aren't we? Vikram, what do you think? How should we celebrate J Advanced?
Um, what's there to celebrate? It's a sad day. We should mourn.
Actually, Vikram, you'll tell, or should I tell what happened with you in J Advanced?
Nothing happened. No need to tell.
Dhruv, you know what?
I think we might. I think we and Vikram will remember this day in every year.
Dhruv, do you know what happened? You cannot imagine what happened with this guy in JE Advanced 2022. He went to give JE Advanced, okay, and he wore a shoe. He wore shoes, and he was allowed in first paper. He gave the first paper of JE Advanced very nicely, 3 hours. Then he went out. Then he came for second paper. He went inside. He was allowed. In all fresking, everything happened. He was allowed. After solving like for 30 minutes, some top invigilator or something comes and is like, everybody who has shoes, take them out. So he was forcefully removed from second paper. So they did not allow him to give the second paper at that time.
That's I don't know what to say to that.
That was very troublesome for him. And then he sat there at TCS till like 10 p.m. Till night, having woke up in 5 in morning. At 10 p.m. they said, okay, now we'll give you 36 questions to solve and 2 hours. And at 12 p.m. in night of that day, he finished his day advanced. That's
You need
insane.
12 a.m.
Yeah, 12 a.m.
Yeah.
Bhargav, your story. Just tell them your story. I mean, how you gave your second JEE mains attempt. That's also an adventure.
Yeah, bro. Actually, my JEE main second attempt paper was in Chitradurga, which is around 100 kilometers away from my hometown. But by the way, my paper JEE advanced JEE main second paper was on Tuesday, and on Sunday it was announced that my center has been changed to Chikballapura, which is actually very far from my home. We can't even go to there, or we can't even, you know, imagine
700
how to
kilometers from
go
his house.
there within a day. So, um, actually, that was a miracle on my paper. I can't actually describe how I was feeling at that day on Sunday when hall ticket was changed, and it was like, what the hell, man? And finally, I gave my mains paper. It was actually good, and I performed actually well.
Probably I would say it's a blessing in disguise.
Exactly. And I remember in his first paper, there was a gardener sitting next to him and cutting the grass. Cut like that. Whole
Yeah,
paper.
yeah, yeah. That was the first attempt story, failure story.
So, Dhruv, something wrong happened with you as well in all those examinations? Something to share?
Well, for me, it was in my main city, Chennai, and in Chennai, it happens quite transparently, so there was not problem because it's a center of Tamil Nadu, right? It's the capital city of Tamil Nadu, so
That's good. Actually, we live in capital of Uttar Pradesh, me and Vikram. So I did not face. I myself did not face any issue in any of the examination. Vikram did face one, and that is, I mean, that's person to person. That invigilator was mad. Like, you won't believe, in my at my center where I went to give JE advance, the person sitting next to me was wearing those leather thick shoes that you have, those leather shoes. He was wearing that, as if he had come in some marriage, and nobody said a word to him.
And in my exam
You
center,
did
which I
not
wrote,
have my invigilator, no?
Emotional damage.
in my exam center, which I wrote like JE means, like in that center, they allowed everyone to use the toilet some 1 hour before the exam or 20 minutes before the exam too. Anytime they allow us to use toilet. I thought in our board exams and all, they never allowed us to use the toilet.
Well,
But
in
then,
mine, JEE mains, both attempts, they used to say 10 minutes before the paper, go to the washroom if you want. You won't be allowed to use that after during the examination. I guess with Vikram as well, I mean, it was same for you all as well. I feel.
Yes.
But in my JEE advanced, there was a change. In JEE advanced, uh, the washroom was inside the lab, like next, just inside the lab. So we were allowed to go to the washroom in case we want.
Lab,
And yeah, inside the computer lab, there was washroom as well.
computer lab.
A part of that lab was washroom. Obviously, it was not open washroom, bro. What are you thinking? But yeah, there was
Yeah,
a
I was
proper.
wondering that.
Come on, yeah. Why will someone place?
Actually, I appreciate Vikram's imagination. Yeah.
No, I think I heard lab inside washroom.
No, not
and
like that.
in this year's NEET or something, in 6 centers, they had re-exam. Like in one center, something they exchanged Hindi medium paper and English medium paper.
Oh,
And in one
okay,
more
okay.
center in like a Kerala or something, they made the girls remove the skirts and all.
Yeah, that was like really horrific scene. I mean, that was nonsense to be honest. And
I, I guess in the final day, luck also matters a little. I guess.
I mean, I think it matters. I mean, uh, NTA, I think, is failing to organize examinations across the nation. It's not their ball game anymore.
Last year it went smoothly because of it was organized mostly in TCS. This year they collaborated with private colleges. That's why that happened.
Private college, private quality.
Actually, most
But
horrible thing is they changed their center before, at 2 days before the examination. That was really horrible. Yeah.
yeah, bro, we can understand that pain. However, this did not happen to us.
Did they send you a notification or did you go to the website to download the admit card?
Actually, they sent me a notification in my Yahoo mail, and before that, I checked my admit card,
Yeah, but
and
2 days before changing the center is cruel because you can't make arrangements if it's very far.
yeah,
Like you said, your
do
previous
you know
centers. And stuff.
that day was actually 25th of July, and my exam was on 27th. 25th on 25th afternoon around 12 or 1, a new notification came about my center change. And actually, trains were not allotted on that day on you know Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing. Someone is launching a nuclear missile, I guess.
I'm in a car.
So you're driving the car.
No, I'm not
Rather,
driving the
someone
car.
is in hospital.
Well, so I mean, this question is not for Vikram, but I thought I will ask you all whenever there is a meeting because Vikram has not studied from Pahul sir. But I would want to ask Dhruv and Bhargav, how did you find Pahul sir and when? Like, since when are you studying? Like, I mean,
When
between
he
us, the common link is Pahul sir only. So yeah, tell.
actually, I found him when he moved to an academy. Um, that was after my 11th. By the way, at that time I was studying 11th, and it was actually very hard for me to understand the chemistry, physical chemistry especially. And no one uh, was actually I was not satisfied by any teachers in YouTube, whole YouTube. So I moved to some English channels. At that time, Pahul sir appeared. So my journey with Pahul sir began with that.
Okay, and Dhruv, when did you find? I mean, you are there for from a long time, I think.
I'll be back in like 2 to 3 minutes. My mother's calling.
Oh, sure, sure. Well, till Dhruv returns, here's my story. So what happened was, it was April of 2020. Okay, it was April of 2020, and I'll basically try to, explain you what role Pahul sir has played in my preparation. Okay, ready, everyone?
Yo, bro.
Vikram, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm dressed.
Okay, okay. So I'll be quick. By the time Dhruv returns, let's do it. So what happened was it was April of 2020, and in our school we have a teacher named Vikas sir. So he is our chemistry teacher. So we had come from class 10th to 11th, and I mean you all can relate what type of turmoil one has to go through when you move from 10th to 11th. The syllabus is like, what the hell happened with me? You know, I mean, I hope you can relate, you all. So uh, back in the day, we had these NCRT, and I was like still trying to understand what do I need to do for JE. I mean, I knew I had to clear JE. I have to write JE, but how? How am I going to prepare? So in those days, I got a call from a very renowned coaching institute of Lucknow. It's called Gravity Orientations. Okay, so I had got 97% in boards, and they said, "We'll give you 1 lakh off straight. You come to us." I was like, "Okay, what's the fees?" They said, "Sir, just 2,85,000." I was like, "What is this?" I told them, I said, "I just wrote the examination which you conduct. They conduct an examination every year. So I wrote that as well in class 10th. And I told that I'm getting 60%, 60% off by that examination. And if I remove 60% from 3,85,000, something else." So they told me, "Bro, 60% we reduce only on that 1 lakh which we are reducing. 2 lakh at 85,000 is compulsory." So I was like, "What is this? I mean, this is not done." And they were like, "You need to pay the school fees as well." The school was damn expensive. The CIEs, they are literally one of the most expensive schools you can find here. That fees plus this fees, I was not satisfied with that. And plus, my bhaiya actually works in a pharma company, so he's analyst over there. So he got a lot of idea of industry. He said that he was my brother. He said that you don't need a coaching. He was against it. He was said like you will get in. You are not that type of person who likes spoon feeding. So you will not be able to survive that. You will give up. You don't go for coaching. He said you search content online now. Content is coming on YouTube. Search that. You will find resources. So I did not believe. I was like, "अरे क्या बोल रहे हो यार?" So I used to a lot of times say no. I want to do coaching. They were like, "Go do the coaching. No one is stopping you, but you won't be able to do it. You won't be able to perform then." It's now when I realize, yeah, if had I joined a coaching institute, I would have not been able to perform anything. I'm just not that type of person whom you just tell things. Okay, better this done, and I'll be fine with it. I am someone who likes to explore things myself, and that was something coaching would have not given me. So I feel happy that I went for self study from YouTube. Now the problem was with Vikas. Okay, so Vikas said used to send 5 questions every day. Those online classes, there was no Zoom, nothing. So daily he used to just write text and then send questions. I mean, that is just book which teacher is doing. So basically, I was not able to solve those 5 questions of physical chemistry, whole concept, because I did not know approximation. I did not understand, yeah, what is this? What is this? Why are we calculating molarity? Then why is there molality? Why? What is normality? क्या चल रहा है ये? मेरा ना एकदम गिव अप टाइप का सिचुएशन आ गया एंड आई वाज लाइकिंग फिजिक्स अलॉट. मुझे फिजिक्स अच्छी लग रही थी, वेक्टर्स थोड़ा सा समझ में आता था खुद से पढ़ के थोड़ा बहुत. एंड केमिस्ट्री तो आई वाज लाइक दिस इज आई कैन नॉट डू दिस. मेरे को 10th तक माय फेवरेट वाज मैथमेटिक्स. आई लाइक मैथ्स, आई लाइक फिजिक्स, आई डिड नॉट लाइक केमिस्ट्री एट ऑल. केमिस्ट्री बोरिंग होती है 10th तक, कुछ भी नहीं होता है. But then suddenly I was like, I used to search teachers. I remember there was this teacher who is in Vedantu only, and he teaches NEET student. I mean, Arvind Arora sir. Anybody knows it?
I know him. He
Yes, yes.
can't NEET में नहीं थी.
Yeah.
So firstly I tried Arvind sir, but somewhere I was not getting that, that perfection. I was not able to solve questions. Thing was, like, you remember those questions of physical chemistry in which you need to find answer till 3-4 decimal places. I was unaware of that there is something known as approximation. I was like, I used to solve for 10 minutes and then be like, what is this? So suddenly in June 2022, 2020, sorry, in June 2020, I found a channel, Catalysis by Vedantu, and Pahul sir's video. No, sorry, it was not Catalysis by Vedantu, it was Vedantu J channel. And Pahul sir's whole concept chapter video. In this, he said one line, Beta, you study from me, you will not have to remember any formula. Formula is for the weak students. You will do it without formula. Just question. Look at how I do approximation. It shall all be fine. I was someway convinced by his words. And I watched that entire chapter, and whole concept became my strongest chapter at that time. I was able to solve Anavasti after that straight. The approximation which I learned is from observing how he solves the questions, how he thinks. So that helped me a lot. And then I was very sad because I saw in Vedantu J channel he has taught just 2-3 chapters and done. I was like, what will I do after that? Then I found his channel, Catalyst by Vedantu, in recommendation. He was doing a live stream. I entered that live stream. I wrote, sir, what should I do? I don't know what to do. He said, you have found me at the, I remember his word. He said, you have found me at very right time. Follow me. It shall all be fine. I started following his channel, and like, I'm really happy that I did, because I have studied my entire chemistry from him, and the way he developed my interest in the chapter. And I realized the point of teacher. Why do we need a teacher? We don't need a teacher to teach, come and tell what's written in the book. That one student can also read that. I realized that the entire point of having a good teacher is someone who can make you interested in that topic. And then even the student cannot spoon feed, and will not spoon feed that the tell us the sources and let us do the work. And that was something I really liked a lot. So that's where the journey started. And then, yeah, chemistry has been my forte for all of JEE preparation. My maths was not working, physics was not working, but I just remembered one statement of Paul that he used to say 95% of the people by the time examination comes would have given up. If you remain in that 5%, you have to just come in top 10,000 out of those 5% people. Don't think there are so many, so lack of people. There is no competition like that. If you don't give up till last day, you will survive. You will become the, you will be able to clear it. And I did not believe much, but I that used to ring in my mind in my hard days. So yeah, that's my overall take about Paul sir. He was the person who helped me clear this JEE examination mains with a decent rank. So Dhruv, your journey, you have come, I hope.
Yeah, I found Pahul sir in the JE channel only. That epic GOC series he made. Like I was facing problem in optical isomerism after my coaching teachers taught it. I couldn't visualize it. So I watched this video on like epic GOC. Like I watched this video epic GOC that is stereo isomerism Fisher projection, Sawhorse, all that. And after that it became clear for me. And that's why I thought Paul sir would be the right teacher for me in organic. And he made me so interested in organic that I bought the J advanced version for organic when I was just a NEET student. I started reading many organic books too because of him only. So he was the main reason that I'm interested in organic chemistry.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
and I also used to attend his solving sessions. There's hybrid series he used to have, what is Let's Revit, and
Yeah, yeah.
one more series was there for advanced. I don't
Level up.
remember. Heart of Deduction, I guess. Yeah,
Art of reduction. Yes, you were there in level up as well. I hope.
yeah. Level Up also I used to watch, and Alchemist also I watched quite a few series.
Yeah, I mean, I
And
remember those days in whole chat section. It was three people talking, me, Dhruv, and Roshan. Three people, and we had made like a community there.
yes, and just like Paul sir, I had a teacher in physics not long ago, just in January. He also made me more interested in physics like Paul sir. He, like I feel the teachers' questions they make us more interested. The like good teachers they have good way of framing their own questions. Like rather than from books, they give questions that will make us make mistakes and we can learn easier from those mistakes. My sir, he gave a question using Archimedes principle, you could find a force on a block, I think, below the water, without directly solving or something. I don't remember exactly, but he just gave a short trick, and he gave some questions based on that to understand the concept.
Was he from YouTube
No, no, no. Like on Vedantu, we had Eklavya batch. Eklavya batch. It's a free batch, right?
in Vedantu?
Yeah, it's a free batch. Vedantu
Yeah,
JE
yeah,
Eklavya.
I know Eklavya.
Yeah. So I got selected in that. So,
Oh yeah, I also applied for that. Mhm. Okay, okay. So, which coaching did you study from in Chennai?
yeah, I joined a coaching called Aha Guru. Do you know Dr. Balaji Sampath sir? Like he's a physics teacher. Or
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah,
Roshan and you were in same coaching, I guess.
I think so. I think so. Even he was in Aha Guru. Yeah,
Mhm.
I guess so.
That's really nice. Well,
But I
actually,
didn't.
organic, I will say the one thing that Pauser taught all of us was imagination.
Yeah,
Super dope. I mean, the examples he gives is like it will stay in your mind for a long time, and that is something we appreciate. Okay, so Vikram has been silent for a very long time. Vikram, would you like to say something? What's your experience with Paul sir so far?
Yeah, I have uh, experienced powers relatively lately, so compared to you guys. You guys have been with him since class 11th. I think I watched. Aviral recommended a video of Paul sir to me in I think mid of 12th somewhere. So yeah, I'm not that connected with Paul sir, but of all those videos I watched, I think they were like real good level.
Yeah. Does anybody here remember that question from stereoisomerism in which you had that, you know, prism type of thing compound with bromines and on two sides and all? Does anybody remember that question?
I don't remember that question, but I remember one question like Bombay call or something. He saw that question. Like, uh, I think it was alcohol. Like Bombay call was the name of the alcohol. I think he gave it as an homework. Not sure though.
Well, I'll see if I could screen share and show you. That is literally the if you ask me what's your favorite question in your entire J journey, that question is my favorite. I remember we spent around 25 or 30 minutes in the class on that one question. Nobody remembers that. Come on. Wait, I'll just show you. Level up. 2020 GOC part 2. That was in GOC part 2, first question. I remember the class as well. GOC part 2. I'll show you the question. I mean, I think you would have forgot that. So I'll just show you the question. You'll get reminded of what I'm trying to convey. I got it.
Think about the mirror images.
This question.
Okay. Then
This question. Anybody has memory with this question?
Yeah, I found the question.
Yeah, I
Thing
think
is, I watched this class recorded, so that's why probably I didn't remember.
This was such a beautiful question. I mean, see, we discussed this question for like 23 minutes. So yeah, this is like literally my favorite question. Okay, so on a side note, I would like to ask you all three a very interesting question. Were there times in your journey when you felt like it's time to give up? Were there any moments? I mean, you can tell as much as you want because it could be something very personal as well. So, were there any moments in your journey when you felt like might be it won't happen, it won't work?
for me it did not happen because there's nothing else to do for me. So it's only JE, so I can do that. That did not happen for some reason.
Noise.
For me
Dhruv.
also, it did not happen. But if you see in the last 2 months compared to, like, let's say in the last 6 months, suppose my efficiency had increased to 95% in the first 4 months of the 6 months. In the last 2 months, it slowly the interest started decaying. Like, and luckily the exam got over as soon as possible. So it was fine for me. But I didn't give up or anything. Like, I didn't stop studying any day or something like that. It just started like decreasing my efficiency.
Okay, Bhargav, what about you?
Actually, you people started your preparation, I think, from 2020 April. Am I right?
I started my
Yeah.
chemistry from 2020 April, physics from December 2020, and maths from June 2021.
Okay. Actually, in our state, 10th board examination was completed on July 2020, I think, and schools were started on September. Yeah, September, I think. And at that time, I didn't know about what is JE or what is NEET. Yeah, of course, I have heard about IITs and NITs before, but I didn't know about JE or वगैरह वगैरह. At the end of my 11th, means in June 2021, actually I tried to solve JE questions, which is in my modules which are provided by my school. I can't even
I mean, can anybody hear him? You say it as silently as you can, so that we cannot even hear you as well. Bhargav, are you there? Hello, check. Are memories haunting you?
By the way, Vikram, do you play on chess.com? Like,
Yeah,
chess
yeah, I'm on
YouTube.
chess.com.
What's your rating?
It's 1,000 something. 1,100 something.
Oh, above 100. Maybe you're too good for me. I was
Yeah.
1,600 in like 2019. Then after that, I didn't play. And I started playing after my NEET exam. I came down to 900.
Yeah, I'm playing after 5 years.
Vikram has got a really nice interest in chess. I mean, I remember we playing chess back then. But I don't play anything less than 4D chess. Anybody has played 4D chess over there?
If you're talking about four-player chess, then yes. If you're talking about that
4D
timeline
chess.
chess,
Yeah.
no, I've not done that timeline chess.
Yeah, in which you can move your pawns upside, like there's another building. You can move your
Oh,
pieces up.
is that so? No, I'm not. That also.
Yeah, that's something
There's
you can.
another 5D chess,
Yeah, there is
in which you can.
512D chess. Bhargav has returned.
Bhargav unmuted. Sorry, muted.
Yeah. I'm here.
Ah, you were telling something.
Actually, it was muted, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You don't want to
1 minute,
tell?
bro.
Yeah. Hello.
Actually, my Wi-Fi is just disconnected. Has lost
Okay.
his
Okay.
line.
You have a
Meanwhile,
wife?
I'll.
Yeah, even I heard it as his wife.
I also kind of heard the same, but I was like, let's leave it. Let's not troll him because the trolling madness never ends.
Okay,
Actually,
tell
mine is
Bar.
BSNL network, so it's like
I mean,
signal yellow signal light, which is
you are at traffic signal.
usually works on less dense traffic.
What are you telling, Bhargav? Well,
Yeah,
I
it
know.
came. Yeah,
I mean, I know Vikram celebrates marriage anniversary, but that's contradictory. Well, Dhruv, do you know Vikram celebrates marriage anniversary? Although
Sorry,
he's
I
not married.
couldn't hear you.
I'm saying Vikram celebrates marriage anniversary. Although
marriage
he's not married.
anniversary.
Yeah, he celebrates marriage anniversary, although he's not married.
Great.
One of the physics wala teachers or something used to say on YouTube. I used to see like sometimes motivation videos and I was bored. Yeah, so he used to say, if you go to some other person's marriage, you will not get married. He told
That
that
was
during
true.
the preparation time, if you waste your time on going someone else's marriage, then you will not get married.
Yeah, I actually missed quite a lot of marriages in my family, and I'm like literally waiting. There is a marriage in October somewhere in the family, and I will go there and have some really nice food. I
Really
mean,
nice food.
obviously, and who go? See, Vikram, I don't know about you, but I mean, everybody will agree that half of the population there, or I mean, 90% is there to have food. If you remove food from marriage, only those people will come who are literally there to see the marriage. I can declare I go to marriages whether it's for my brother only to have food.
Okay. I would like to take an interesting topic. Like, do you think Bollywood is failing now because most of its movies are getting boycotted? Like Liger got
That actually
boycotted.
depends on complete mentality of people.
Well, before we
Not
Yeah,
discuss this
that.
topic, I would like to ask everyone one thing. Will we be able to publish this video after that on YouTube? Please don't take name of any movie
Yeah,
as the
yeah, yeah,
description.
sure.
Otherwise, it might get copyright strike. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, continue. Bhargav.
Yeah, actually, I think that's a change in mentality of people. Not that just all about movies. What they said. They all started to remember the old things which were said by actors. So people became angry at this time. They started to trend all this.
Okay, Vikram, what's your views on the topic?
well, I haven't watched the recent ones which are being boycotted, so I cannot tell about whether they are really meant to be boycotted or they're actually good and the population is being, you know,
Well,
skeptical
my
towards the
well,
movies. But yeah, but judging um, a movie based on what an actor or someone related to the crew said on previous occasion is not correct. I think.
well, I feel that my take on the topic is like Bollywood somewhere failed to portray the thing it was supposed to be. I mean, I don't know whether you'll agree with me or not, but I feel like the duty of the entertainment industry of a country, okay, is to create the soft power of that country across the world. Like if you see the Korean revolution right now, like I mean, the world is going mad about Korea. You know, if you
Yeah,
see
yeah,
the
of course.
K culture, the K pop, the K drama, there are fans, and there are fans who are mad about it. Getting it? There are some sane people who are fans, but there are all kinds of fans, and like it has become a sensation of our generation, to be honest, somewhere or the other. Because I mean, might be we don't listen a lot of K-pop and K-culture things here, but we have to agree like this has become a sensation. Similarly, if you go like 10 years back, there was no K-pop, there was no K-culture, and these type of terms there. What used to trend was Hollywood movies everywhere. Now, if you look at any of the Hollywood movies, who wins the game? Come on, people. Who wins the game in a Hollywood movie? Who is the hero? Well, nobody knows.
Like generic superhero action movies.
Nah. Like, which country is the hero in Hollywood?
Hollywood
Cap-
means USA. What are you asking? Which means the hero?
Captain America. Iron Man is American.
Hollywood. Yeah.
Like the way they portray their country, that might not be reality. Same goes with the Korean culture. Same goes with the Japanese anime. All of these entertainment industries, the way they portray their own country, it might not be 100% reality, but the thing is, you don't believe what's real. You believe what you watch, what you've seen. A lot of humans here, isn't it? I feel you get more influenced by what appears to you as appealing. Getting it? Because we are eyes are meant to create deception in your mind. So I feel this increases soft power of the nations across these nations. Like I mean, Japan has a soft power, Korea has a soft power, US had a soft power like that. Everybody is so much into Western culture. The jeans you wear, the T-shirt you wear, that's basically American culture. That's called soft power because that's the influence, how you can influence the people of other countries. That's soft power. But Bollywood somewhere failed to portray the nation the way it deserved to be portrayed. Because I feel somewhere like yeah, I mean, there could be romantic movies, there could be other movies, but there with time, see if you go back in time, if you watch some of the old movies of India, They were very good, quite balanced. But with time it all became about, okay, two people are there on any topic. There will be a love story, there'll be a hero who'll get beaten, then he'll get up, he'll fight. Songs are good, songs are sometimes really really good, but it will end like that only. And it became monotonous. I mean, there should be every genre. Like if you just look at the movies made by Christopher Nolan, for example, if you look at Tenet, just look at that movie Interstellar. There might be an element of love being conveyed through the movie. Like in Interstellar, you had Brand and who was that? Anybody remembers the name of that father of
The
who went?
father's name was also Brand, Professor Brand.
Father's name was not Brand. Mark. I think Mark or Cooper. Cooper. Yeah, Cooper. So there was an element of love, but that was not the love story which was the central piece. In Bollywood, what eventually happened was the actors, like the Bollywood started to sell movies on name of actors. Like Salman Khan ki movie hai, chalegi. That mentality, that arrogance that came with time, that is the reason why they are getting destroyed today. Arrogance kills. Nobody, people don't understand, but we need to keep a check and don't become overconfident in life. It applies to everyone, I feel. The day you become overconfident about something, you'll start failing because arrogance comes with that, and that's destructive. I feel in a movie, the only thing that matters the most is not what actor has said, who is the actor, the story matters. And that's something Bollywood has been failing to make. They're remaking the South Indian movies here a lot of times. The South Indian film industry, that's performing better. They're bringing their original content. These are just copying that. And that's not done. That was my take.
See, what you are talking about is their peaks doesn't matter. But actually, I want to tell something that actually matters. When you want to create a controversy, you will create a controversy like that, like any method. That may be through films or through statements. And what controversy is now um, appearing, all because of those statements, not about all films or something. In the
Well, if
recent
you ask
movie,
me, I feel that somewhere there is lack of original content story, solid storylines. There is a lack, and it's being used in society to, create controversies. It's that thing is being used. That's the difference.
and actually, you were talking about the dominance of some actors in Bollywood. Like that, South India also has some dominances. Like in South, actually, especially in Karnataka, Darshan, yeah, Sudeep. You may heard about these actors. Yeah.
So, Dhruv, what's your take? You did not tell anything. You asked the question.
What's that? How can I
You
answer
did
to
not
my own
let Bhargav
question?
finish.
It's like an out of syllabus question for myself. Like I also feel the same way in terms of like they just make a copy of the South Indian films. I just saw a movie now, like a hit I think on Netflix. Like it was a Hindi remake of the South Indian movie. They have the exact same actress also act I think as one of the characters. And in Bollywood, like I think there's just too much show and the content is quite little. Whereas if you see in like in the South Indian industry, I just recently saw a movie like there are different genres of movies. Like they have crime thrillers, they have like horror movies, they have comedy movies, like different types of movies. But in Bollywood, I feel they're not able to like bring a mixture of the content. Like for example, the
Mhm.
previous Bollywood movies, I agree they were good. Like if you don't mind, I would like to list a few. Like Dangal was quite good. It was an inspirational story. PK also was quite good. So those kind of movies were quite good. But nowadays the quality of the movies is like degenerating in Bollywood. And also,
Exactly.
like if you see not only in Bollywood, in Hollywood even, like there are no blockbuster hits, especially in India as of now. Top Gun Maverick, I just saw a movie like by Tom Cruise that was quite good. But but still, like nobody's watching Hollywood anymore. I feel like in theaters it's not as filling compared to previous times.
Okay. So Bhargav, what were you saying about the Karnataka-based industry?
See, actually, uh, a decade ago, there were some actors which were dominating in the whole industry, in Sandan industry. I say around 3 to 4 names: is Darshan, Sudeep, or Puneet Rajkumar, or Shiv Rajkumar. These were 4 people, and these people were actually dominating South Indian films. Of course, the films are good though, and the same way what Bollywood is now doing, means love stories or something. Those were actually done by these films, and these become flop movies actually. So they learned a story. They started to make some good quality films like I don't take names, so like that. South Indian, actually, especially Karnataka film industry's growth started after these changes. See, you can actually watch Yash old films. Those are actually like those new Bollywood creepy movies. Are you getting my
Yes.
point?
Yes, yes. I'm understanding. Like it's reversing basically at this moment.
Yeah, yeah. Those were actually beginning with rowdyism or something. And those are eventually ending with a love story like that.
Exactly. Okay.
So after Yash's new film, whole South Indian industry started to change.
Hmm. That's the thing. Well, this
If
reminded me of something. We are having two North Indians, two South Indians over here. Uh, I was reading a recent document about the doctrine of China towards India. Now, the plan of the Chinese, like it was in Mandarin, so it's You know what? They have a very good advantage. They're not very good translation of Mandarin to English. Like you can never truly understand what they're trying to say. So I was reading this report in that it was from Chinese military doctrine. So they have plans for India. Do you want to know? It's very scary. They say that we cannot win against India in a land-based, combat. If we go with war to India, we can win, but we'll lose every progress that we have made. They want to divide India and Indians into small countries, pieces, and then keep them engaged among themselves and become the sole power. So, like, they plan to exploit the fault lines, based on caste, North India, South India divide, Hindu Muslim divide. They want to exploit that and create divisions in Indian society so that it just crumbles and falls apart. The country breaks. They feel they can. That's the only way they can subdue us towards them. What's your take? Like, can you see these things in work?
I think the main reason for that is because India is a diverse country. It has many languages. So there's often a lack of understanding between the people. So
Check.
Hello?
Yep.
He's not audible. Dinesh.
Wi-Fi gone. Okay, so while he returns, Bhargav, Vikram, what's your take about that?
Well, I think, uh, yeah. Well, I think India is diverse, like you said, and people are, uh, for speaking of recent times, very easily offended at things. So it's very easy to divide India, and if people will be getting offended so easily at such things. But if I mean, we are communicating, we are friends with, North and South, this culmination there. But, not everywhere it's there. So I think once we get there, with not getting offended easily or loving each other and stuff, then then it won't be so easy, like you said.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't fear a hot war with anyone. I don't fear. We'll be able to defeat them or at least crush them. But what this, reading, when I was reading that, it kind of shook me from inside that I felt this could happen. Like, this could be done. For like best part of our history in the country, we were divided. Small, small kingdoms here and there. That's something that must be avoided at all cost in the nation. I mean, I don't know what will happen, but yeah, that must be avoided. Bhargav, your take.
The politics making that possible now. Do you think that?
Might be.
I think you heard about Mallikarjuna Kharge, who is an ex-Lok Sabha member. Gave a speech in Lok Sabha, I think. He said openly about Aryans and Dravidians and mocked actually that should not happen in everywhere, anywhere actually. That's now happening. See, people are connecting these things with their politics, and people are getting offended. That's the
Well, yes.
reason. Um, Actually, these topics are become more popular these times. See, we haven't discussed these topics in 70s, 80s. I think we are now discussing why this is happening. What might be the reason? Because of politics. Everything is politics here.
Yeah, you're quite right on that. And I think we have been doing the meeting for almost an hour. And it was really nice, our interest thoughts appear to, reach a conclusion. That's a really good thing. I mean, we can have such meetings in future as well. Everybody in?
Sure.
Casual conversations with DK.
Yeah, casual conversations with DK. Channel name. We'll send it to Paul. Okay, so bye bye everyone. We'll meet you all soon. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye everyone. Nice talking.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Welcome.
Vikram, do send the recording. Okay. Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Ah.